If you're shopping for a saltwater trolling motor in 2026, you're probably getting overwhelmed. 5 years ago, there were really only one or two serious players in this market, but today, everything changed. Power Pole, Garmin, Minn, Rhodan, and Lowrance are all competing to build the ultimate saltwater trolling motor, each offering different GPS anchoring systems, brushless motors, electronics integration, and features designed specifically for saltwater anglers. The problem is, these trolling motors aren't cheap. Most anglers are investing anywhere from $3,000 all the way up to $9,000, so making the right decision matters. Whether you're chasing redfish across shallow flats, holding perfectly over an offshore wreck while bottom fishing, or sneaking down a mangrove shoreline for snook, the right trolling motor can completely change the way you fish. Today, we're counting down the top 5 best saltwater trolling motors of 2026, based on technology, reliability, GPS performance, ease of use, and overall value. My name is Dylan, and let's jump right into this video. So starting off at number 5, we have the Lowrance Recon Saltwater Trolling Motor. Lowrance entered the trolling motor market later than many of its competitors, but they definitely didn't show up empty-handed. The Recon features a quiet brushless motor, precise GPS anchoring, and one of the most unique steering systems on the market with its free steer joystick control. Instead of constantly reaching for a foot pedal, the joystick allows you to make quick adjustments around docks, bridges, mangroves, and structure with incredible precision. Where the Recon really shines is for anglers already running Lowrance electronics. If your boat is equipped with HGS Pro, Elite FS, or other Lowrance displays, everything works together seamlessly. You can control the trolling motor directly from your graph, follow routes, and manage boat positioning without constantly switching between devices. The biggest downside is simply experience. Compared to Minn or Rhodan, it's still a newer platform, so it doesn't yet have the decades-long track record that some of its competitors have earned. That's really the only reason it lands at number 5. It's packed with technology and performs incredibly well, but the 4 motors ahead of it have either more refinement, longer reputations, or a slight edge in overall performance. So taking the number 4 spot is the Rhodan Gen 5 GPS anchor. Long before GPS anchoring became the standard, Rhodan was already building trolling motors specifically for serious saltwater anglers. For years, Florida guides trusted Rhodan motors to help hold their boats over wrecks, reefs, bridges, and shallow flats long before many of today's competitors entered the market. That reputation wasn't built overnight. It was earned through years of dependable performance in some of the toughest saltwater conditions imaginable. The latest Gen 5 improves on that reputation with better GPS accuracy, smoother steering, and corrosion-resistant construction built specifically for life in saltwater. That's why Rhodan earns our number 4 spot. Now taking the number 3 spot is the Minn Riptide Instinct Quest. Minn has been one of the biggest names in trolling motors for decades, and the Instinct Quest represents everything they've learned. From automatic stow and deploy to legendary spot lock GPS anchoring, this motor is packed with premium features designed to make your time on the water easier. Where the Instinct Quest really shines is on larger bay boats and offshore center consoles. If you're running a 24 to 30 foot boat and want a trolling motor backed by decades of proven reliability, it's hard to argue against Minn. One of the biggest advantages is their dealer network. No matter where you fish, chances are you're going to find parts, service, and technicians familiar with Minn products. This is one of the most complete trolling motors money can buy, and that's why it lands at number 3. Now taking the number 2 spot is the Garmin Force Kraken. When Garmin entered the trolling motor market, expectations were incredibly high. The Kraken somehow exceeded them. This motor is unbelievably quiet thanks to its brushless design, delivers tremendous thrust, and integrates flawlessly with Garmin's marine electronics. Whether you're fishing shallow flats or holding over an offshore wreck, the Kraken performs exceptionally well. Where the Garmin Force really shines is if you're already invested in the Garmin ecosystem. If you're running LiveScope, Garmin chart plotters, and Garmin networking, everything talks to each other seamlessly. You can create routes, follow contours, save waypoints, and control the trolling motor directly from your display without ever taking your hands off your electronics. It's one of the most connected fishing systems available today. And finally, taking the #1 spot has got to be the Power Pole MOVE Offshore. Power Pole built its reputation by creating some of the most trusted shallow water anchors in the fishing industry. So when they announced they were entering the trolling motor market, expectations couldn't have been higher. Instead of rushing a product to the market, they spent years designing, testing, and refining the MOVE platform. The result is one of the most impressive saltwater trolling motors available today. The MOVE Offshore features a powerful brushless motor, a lightweight titanium shaft, lightning fast steering response, incredibly accurate GPS anchoring, and exceptional holding power in current and wind. Everything about this motor feels like it was designed by anglers who spend serious time on the water. Where the MOVE Offshore really shines is for anglers who demand the best boat control. Whether you're holding over an offshore wreck while bottom fishing, quietly working a mangrove shoreline for snook, or chasing schools of redfish across shallow flats, the responsiveness of this motor is incredibly impressive. Every steering input feels immediate, smooth, and incredibly precise. Power Pole has spent years building a reputation for innovation and reliability, and it's clear they approached the trolling motor market with that exact same mindset. For anglers looking for cutting-edge technology, outstanding performance, and one of the smoothest trolling motors available today, the MOVE Offshore is incredibly difficult to beat. And that's why the Power Pole MOVE Offshore earns our pick as the best saltwater trolling motor of 2026. Those are our top 5 best saltwater trolling motors of 2026. No matter which you choose, adding GPS anchoring to your boat is one of the biggest upgrades you can make as an angler. Once you've experienced holding perfectly over a wreck, staying locked on a school of fish, or quietly working a shoreline without constantly adjusting your position, it's hard to imagine fishing without it. Now let me know in the comments below, what's your favorite trolling motor? But we hope you guys enjoyed this trolling motor guide, and we'll see you in the next Barjack's Tackle video.